The match winner here on standby to join us pitch side. Congratulations, Erling Haaland on the victory. You can take your spot over here.
Thank you. Yeah, over there, mate.
He's got his flip-flops on. You can't play. Did you play in that?
Congratulations. First and foremost, congratulations on the victory. Congratulations also on the goal. I want to start by asking you, in midweek, you were pretty frustrated after the 2-2 draw against Monaco. Today, win, back on the right track. Do you feel that the team responded in the right way?
Yeah, I mean, this is what's so good about football. You get a new chance normally straight away in a big club like City, because there's so many games with Champions League and the Cups and, of course, Premier League. So we got a new chance and we won. So that was fantastic before the internationals.
So just looking at the defensive display, because obviously you're not scoring more goals, it was tight towards the end. What's it like? Is it a bit frustrating where you have to sit in and wait and defend, even you're dropping back in to try and make the extra one?
Yeah, of course, you'd love to create chances and go for the second and score goals. That's what you want to do on the football pitch, but it's how it is. They're doing well in their way with all the long throws and all of that, and we just need to adapt and we need to prepare, because it's not easy, you know, coming against these big centre-backs trying to create something out of nothing. So in the end you need to adapt, and we won, so that's really what I care about.
Do you feel at the minute, Erling, because for so many years at City you've had so many great partnerships, you know, players in midfield where you could make your runs and you knew the ball was coming without having to really think about it. Do you feel like you're in a bit of a phase at the minute where those partnerships are just slowly developing? You've got Reinders coming into the team, obviously Phil's come back into the team again this year. Do you feel that that's slowly getting there? Yeah, of course, it takes time to build relationships with players, and but it will come, you know. In training we train on these things, and it's a bit different with Kevin, let's be honest. Yeah. You kind of know a little bit what he does, but yeah, you know. But that's what it takes time, and it will come, and it's already there, you know. Even Phil against Monaco a few days ago, he was so close a few times, and I'm sure it will come soon.
The final one before we let you go, I just want to get you to react to the goal that you scored. I'm going to click play here. Talk us through how you out-muscled
Josko's the supply line again. That's two now for him.
Yeah. That was a great ball, and we knew that they came a bit like that. And lovely battle against this guy. And for me, unbelievable goal. I love this goal because I just managed to get him through, and then just shot. I didn't try to do anything. I just bang in.
I was just talking to JJ about your finishing. Do you know when you're running through and in your stride, nobody better? Where's the ideal scenario for you? Where do you like to be? Because we watch it sometimes. You drift down the right and you're waiting. You're staying away from it. Where do you feel like you come alive?
I think it depends a little bit. Of course, keepers as well are different. Someone likes to stay more. Normally, German keepers likes to stay a bit more, and other keepers like to go down, like the Tottenham keeper, you know. So it depends on who's in goal, and you need to analyse this, and you also need to adapt as well. Depends on the position, but I like I shouldn't say this in the camera, but I like a near post goal. Of course, I love these,
away now.
And I love a chip as well, you know. So so I like a lot of different. So it depends really the situation, you know.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Thank
Erling.
you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
So much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Wow, Erling Haaland. I mean, he's pretty honest about the situation at Man City at the moment. Pretty honest about where he likes to.
He might not score another front post goal,
I'm sure he will do.
I think he will. Yeah, you can't.
I love his attitude.
Yeah.
You know, the way he looks at his goal, and he's got a big smile on his face. You know, in fairness to him, he's feeding off scraps today. He really is. He's not getting much service, but. You know, and I played with a lot of centre forwards. We'll be going into that dressing room, ripping people's heads off because the ball's not coming into the box. But you can tell he's really got his team kind of mindset on at the minute. He's coming back and he's defending. He's throwing himself. You know,
he's scoring though as well.
Well, yeah, that helps.
So you know, when you've got one, you start to go, well, I'm all right now.
And he's won the game. And it always helps.
So it's something to defend.
100%. But you know, he came to City. What is it now? 3 years ago or something like that. 3-4 years ago, and he was kind of like the young player in the team. I mean, he's one of the leaders now. You know, he's one of the senior members in the team now. He's done it all, and you know, he's now having to kind of coach others and help develop this new City team into being a league winner again.
Do you know when he first walked in the building?
Yeah.
I was watching him, and we did a big unveiling, and he just was like he was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was like he didn't have any sort of fear.
No.
He just went, watch me go.
Yeah,
and in the
see.
dressing room, he said, well, this is going to change.
Yeah,
I'm going to do this. I'm going
you
to
can
sort
see.
this out. I'm going to make them more professional with this area. I'm going to bring this food. I'm going to bring this. And it's just like, how do you have so much confidence in your ability to do that? And his beliefs are there. His goal record is sensational. I mean, he's even had some people being critical at times, which is, listen, everybody can improve in certain parts
Well,
of your
apparently he
game.
had a bad year
right,
last year, and he scored nearly 20 goals or
Yeah.
something, in the Premier League.
I think
So-
what's even more astonishing is if you just look at the way he used to play at Borussia Dortmund to how he's operating now, the evolution, how he's adapted to different styles of play, how he's sort of, as you pointed out, Jermaine, I mean, just, playing on the last man, barely touching the ball. But when the moment comes, he's got to be ready. And more often than not, he's always ready.
He's a very mature striker, and he understands the situation of every single game. So more often than not with Manchester City, teams are going to play on the edge of the 18-yard box, and there's not going to be many spaces for him to operate in. So his movements have to be very cute, and he has to wait on that last man and then use his physicality. At Dortmund, there was a lot more spaces for him to operate in. So you saw him going on those long runs and scoring goals. But I think the way that he's adapted to the Premier League, I mean, he's perfectly suited for our league. And obviously, with this new team and the opposition that he comes up against, he just keeps finding a way
like
to
the
score
detail.
goals.
Do you know the detail of what I'm saying is about which goalkeeper it is? So he's already putting himself into those scenarios of what he's going to come up against.
Yeah, he knows.
And so how can you do that already before the ball comes, the area you are? That's when you are obviously in a composed situation
100%.
where we've seen Thiago go through, but his second touch let him down. His actually first touch was all right. His second touch was inside, and that closed it. And then his actually third one, the finish weren't too bad, but it was then too close to the goalkeeper.
What you
That
could
was the
see
difference.
was Donnarumma was in control of that situation, and that never happens to Erling Haaland because he, as he just explained to us, he does his homework, he does his due diligence on what goalkeepers like to do. He mentioned Vicario likes to go down a little bit earlier, so he knows in his mind, I've got that other option if I need it. So it shows for kind of any young strikers that are out there watching, if you do your homework, you'll score plenty more goals.